principal, and superintendent, there's something remarkably unique about each one. Sure, the buildings are a little different, the school colors vary a bit, and the grounds have their own characteristics, but those aren't the things that give a graduation character. The truth is that it's the people that give graduation a signature. It's the special stories you guys have shared, the individual and collective histories you've been a part of at Whitman, the laughs, the cries, the unique jokes and celebrations that only your school family can understand. High school graduation takes on a life of its own through memories of those accomplishments, through the memories of good times, tough times in the classroom, through the pain of Red Bull-fueled all-night study sessions, through exciting playoff runs, amazing concerts, beautiful art shows, shared smiles of happiness during the good times, those hugs during the real tough times, and a unique history that galvanizes you, our amazing students, our proud parents, and our great teachers into a family. The reality is that outsiders from your family simply can't understand what you're feeling right now. Your Whitman experience is a rich, complex tapestry that includes hundreds of twists and turns and ups and downs and exciting, wonderful, intense variables that will now combine for a lifetime of memories. I consider myself fortunate to have in some small way been part of your family, and I thank you for that. I've been by your side with pride and watched you cheer each other on through the good times, and I've seen you pick each other up through some incredible struggles and unspeakable tragedies. And through each and every moment, I stood in awe of just how much you cared for this Whitman family. The truth is that I've never seen a class stick together like this, and I've never seen a group of people love their school and each other so deeply. Now, if I'm experiencing those feelings right now, and I've only been with you for 3 years, you can imagine what those people up there are feeling right now. Your moms and dads, your grandmothers and grandfathers, well, right now what they have in their soul is just indescribable, trust me. I know that because I see it in their eyes, I feel it through their tears, and I believe it through their proud smiles right now. You see, this thing called parenting, you don't know this right now, but it's the most complex, frustrating job on earth. We start out, believe it or not, just a few years older than you are right now, with absolutely no idea what we're doing. In most cases, we've barely paid a bill or lived on our own when someone excitedly hands us you, our first son or daughter, and says, "Here's your baby." And then they trick us, though. It starts out so incredibly simple. We buckle you into that car seat that we unwrapped. We show you off to all our relatives. We run you around. We wait by the crib for you to roll over. We convince ourselves that your first mumble is mommy or daddy. Then we call everybody in the neighborhood in to hear you say your first word, watch you take your first steps, or hear you read a sentence. Then the pace of this roller coaster ride called parenting gains a little bit of steam. The first day of school rolls around and we're more nervous than you, but we won't admit it. Then there's the Little League ball games, the music recitals, and the talent shows. And we sit in the audience in the bleachers, and you, believe it or not, are the only kid playing. You're the only kid on stage. Then there's someone who breaks your heart or hurts your feelings, and we are so angry at them we can't describe it. Then we have a pit in our stomach when you take your first exams. We're sick to ourselves when you leave for the SATs. We're nervous when you take your driving test. And my kid sounds 5 times nervous. Then there are the parties, the dances, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the breakups, the unbreakups, the re-breakups, and the unbreakups. That we have to go through all that drama with you. And you know what happens? When you're happy, we're happy. When you're hurting, those people up there want nothing more than take that pain away from you and bear it themselves. But we learn real quick, that's not how life works. You see, the older and stronger you get, the less the people who love you control the variables in your lives. Remarkably, parenting, what they do, is the only job on earth that if done well, the person needs you less and less each year. And man, that's a little sad sometimes, but it's also the coolest thing on earth if it's done well. So while our hair might be graying a bit, and the majority of our life decisions, such as where we're going to live or what we'll do for a living, have been made, your moms and dads get up every morning because you give them a chance to live again through you. Their smiles are a bit wider today. Their chests a bit more puffed with pride because you're a clean slate and you're everything that they dream of and believe in. It's almost impossible for them to imagine the things you'll do the places you'll go, the impact you'll have on your families, your community, our country. And when all is said and done, you are the greatest gift on earth to them. And right now, they see that gift about to take off. So now, as I say goodbye to you, from them, from me, I'll say it in the same words I've said to every graduating class since I've been able to speak to them. I hope so much that you take a piece of South Huntington pride with you into the next phase of your life. I hope you find college life rewarding and fall in love with your school and job the way we fell in love with you. I hope you find a career that makes it a pleasure to get up in the morning and be proud every day. I hope you meet a person whose eyes you can look into one day and say, I do, knowing you've met a soulmate for the rest of your life. I hope you know the indescribable feeling of having a son or daughter wrap their arms around you one day and say, Mommy or Daddy, you're my best friend. I hope you know the blessings of good health. I hope you're close with your own parents, know their wisdom, and have them around for a long, long time. I hope you remember Walt Whitman loves you, and I hope you keep them in your heart. I know I leave right now and I sit down knowing for one small moment in time I had the privilege of standing shoulder to shoulder with the class of 2015. I thank you for wrapping a blanket of love around our community. Godspeed, class of 2015. There's nobody like you.